This is a Ronika Michelle Wholeness Diary. Hey guys, before we get into this short vlog, I want to make one thing abundantly clear. I get my injections in the back of my arm because I went through it with getting injections in the stomach. And I don't want to go through that ever again. But the only drawback to getting injections in the back of the arm is that it is painful. It stings for a few seconds. So if you're listening and you hear me say ouch or I holler or anything like that, I am okay. It just stings. All right, enjoy the video. Hello, YouTube fam. It's Ronika Michelle. And I am about to get my Maunjoro shot for week number 6. I am very nervous. I hope it doesn't hurt. But if you're returning to my channel, I just have one question. Have you been walking in wholeness today? For my new subscribers, what's up? I'm Ronika Michelle. My mission in life and in the channel is to be the healthiest, happiest version of myself through Christ and have fun along the way. So before we get started, you may hear me reacting to the shot. I get injected in the back of my arm, and for me, it is very painful. So, like it stings for a few seconds. So if I holler or, anything like that, you hear me reacting to it, don't be alarmed. I'm okay. It just hurts. So I just wanted to put that out there so y'all ain't thinking I'm being abused or, anything crazy. Like that. Because my mom is awesome. She would never hurt me. So it's 10 o'clock. Let's get this done without me falling over, preferably. Shot time. Oh, you're going to bed down here? True. You don't know me.
Deep breath.
Ow, 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 ow. Well, it stung is what I should say.
Yeah, that's really
It don't really like hurt when you stung.
good. Okay.
Alright.
Throw that in the garbage.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, that was me getting my week 6 Maunjoro shot. It definitely stung, but not as bad. Last week I got it and it was painful. So this was like a little bit better. But also remember, guys, everybody's experience is different. Everybody has a shot site that works better for them. And everybody experiences the shot different. What hurts on me may not hurt on you. So just a little word of advice for anybody that is considering the Maunjoro medication. And always remember to walk in your wholeness, because it looks good on you. Peace and blessings. Have a great night. Hello YouTube fam. It is Ronika Michelle. And I just have one question. Have you been walking in wholeness today? Well, I just got my week 6 Maunjoro shot. And I'm gonna answer some questions about it and kind of give you guys the 411 of what my life has been like on the shot for 6 weeks. I cannot believe it has been that long. So here we go. So these are progress and results. How much weight have you lost so far? I have not weighed myself. I keep meaning to, but I don't. I definitely need to pull out the talking scale and see what my weight is hitting on. I am aiming for a 10 pound or around a 10 pound loss by August the 6th. That's what my doctor gave me. Have you noticed any changes in your blood sugar numbers? Yes, I have noticed such a change in my blood sugar numbers. When I started the shot, my A1C was at a 7.2, and my numbers, like fasting in the morning, were all over the place. Sometimes they'd be good, but most times they would be super high and out of range for fasting blood sugar. So since starting the Maunjoro, I have been getting way fewer high glucose readings, and if I did, it's because I just ate completely like crazy. But overall, yes, very, very good blood sugar numbers. What changes have you made in your energy levels? When I first started the shot, the only side effect that I had was tiredness. I was very, very tired. Like the first full day on it, but it worked out in my favor because it was a Saturday and I did not have choir practice that day or anything going on. So I was able to sleep in, and once I did that and I ate a little bit, I was fine. But other than that first night, I haven't really had any problems with my energy. Sometimes I might be a little tired, but it's nothing crazy. How do your clothes fit compared to when you started? I haven't really noticed a big change in my clothes, but I have noticed that like dresses for church that I haven't worn in a while, I can get into them a little bit easier than before. So that's a good sign. I can't wait to get to the point where stuff is falling down and stuff like that. Like that's how you know you're losing the big pounds. Yeah, I can't wait for that. What has been your biggest victory during the first 6 weeks? I feel like I am getting better with at least having 2 balanced meals. Every day is not perfect, but as I said in my week 3, I think it was Q&A that I did, I was blessed to get like free healthy meal delivery, and that has really been helping on my journey. So I have these healthy meals that I can have for lunches, and it really takes the guesswork out of lunches and sometimes even dinners, depending on what my mom has going on. So I definitely think just getting healthier meals has been the biggest thing. All right, these are side effects questions. What side effects have you experienced? Again, I haven't really experienced a whole lot of side effects, thank God. Maybe some tiredness, things like that, but it's very mild, very manageable. No nausea, no vomiting, no real crazy constipation, thank God. So I think I've been blessed since starting the Maunjoro in that department. Have the side effects changed since week 1? They've lessened. I used to be really, really tired when I first started. Like the first day, I would just sleep in, and I would just be really tired. But now it's just like, I might be a little tired, but it's nothing a quick little nap or something can't fix. So it's definitely lessened. What has helped you manage nausea, fatigue, or other symptoms? Well, like I said, thank God I have not experienced nausea since being on this medicine. That was a big problem that I experienced with Ozempic. But with this medicine, I really have not had any bouts of nausea or vomiting at all. But I always have my trusty anti-nausea medication, so if it try to, pop up, rear its ugly head, we're not speaking it, but I'm just saying, I got something for that. And for the fatigue, I just listen to my body. If I'm feeling tired, I rest, and, that usually picks my energy right up. Have you found a preferred injection site? Yes, the back of my upper arm. I started off taking injections of Ozempic in my arm, and looking back, I should have kept it that way, to be quite honest, because injecting in my belly was just no. And so this time around, I promised myself with the Maunjoro, I was only going to inject in the back of my arm, because a lot of people were telling me that it's less chance of gastro side effects like that. I can testify 6 weeks in that has been the best option for me. It stings for a few seconds. I'm not going to lie to you. But I'd much rather have a few seconds of discomfort than being violently nauseated, vomiting, and sick, and feeling bad for days. If you want me to tell my story about my Ozempic reaction, I will do a story time on that, because it was bad. Eating habits. These questions are now. How has your appetite changed? I get full faster. I noticed when I eat bigger portions of food, I can never finish it. So that's a big thing. Sometimes throughout my day, I have to make myself eat a little bit of something, because there are times where I just don't want to, or like nothing sounds good to me, but I know I have to eat because I take medication that requires me to eat. So yeah. What foods seem to work best for you on Maunjoro? I'm one of those people, I could eat pretty much what I want. I can't say there's like a food or a list of foods that really does me bad. Of course, I try to eat healthy and balanced most of the time. So I try to stay with fruits, vegetables. I try to eat a lot of fiber, protein, things like that. But overall, I can't say that I've experienced like one particular food or one, type of food that does me bad. I have heard people say to be careful with greasy foods right before getting your shot, but I had fried chicken and fries tonight, and I feel fine. Are there any foods that don't sit well anymore? No, not really. like I said, I pretty much can eat what I want. I haven't really found foods that really just do me bad. The only food that I could truly say don't really do well with me are pretzels, but I still eat them because I love the heck out of them. But they don't, my blood pressure and my blood sugar don't like them. But aside from pretzels, I pretty much eat what I want. And truth be told, I don't eat pretzels every day. So when I have them, I just deal with the high blood sugar and the salt headaches and keep it pushing because I love them so much. How are you making sure you're getting enough protein? Well, my mom, when she cooks, she always makes some type of meat and then, vegetable and a carb. But with my meal prep, if there's not protein in it, I'll add protein, like leftover chicken or something. Or another thing that I'll do, I like protein shakes. So sometimes instead of cooking something else, I'll just drink that and that'll cover that. How much water are you drinking each day? To know me is to know that I am a water drinker, baby. I have sitting right next to me a 24-ouncer reusable auto seal water bottle that I need to refill because she's almost gone. Um, yeah, she's been through it. Okay, she's been through it. But I definitely try to keep her filled, and when I don't have her filled, I just do the regular standard water bottles. But I definitely try to drink a lot of water throughout my day. These are all about blood sugar and health. How have your fasting blood sugar readings been lately? What have your fasting blood sugar numbers been like lately? Pretty good overall. Sometimes if I eat a little too much at night, because I am a late night eater, a snacker by nature, sometimes it'll jump up, but I don't go crazy with it. I try to, once I have my meds, if I want one thing, I'll have it. But when I first take the shot like this, I just sip water. I don't eat anything else. And so overall, I think I've had pretty good, like 100s, low 100s to like the 120s, low 120s, which is good. Has your CGM helped you make different food choices? Yes. When I remember, this is not something I constantly do. I need to get better at this. But I check my CGM before I eat. I'm good with doing it before breakfast, but dinner and lunch, not so much. But when I'm consistent with it, that data definitely helps me to make better food choices, because breakfast and lunch are typically on me unless my mother makes breakfast or orders lunch. So I definitely think having a continuous glucose monitor helps. What health goal are you most focused on right now? definitely the weight loss. I've been stuck in this 1 to 2 pound freaking rut, and I want to bust up out of there. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I want to lose more than 2 or 1 pounds. Please, God. Please, Jesus. Please, universe. Please, the crochet braids that I do not have. Help me with that. Okay, so this is about exercise and lifestyle. How has Maunjoro affected your walking routine? It was hard to really get into a walking routine when I first started because of the tiredness that the shot would give me the first day. But for the most part now, I can, do my walks just fine. I definitely have my tired days, my lazy days. But I think that's human nature. But overall, I'm able to get back to my walking. Have you noticed any changes in stamina during your walks? No, my endurance and stamina is about the same. I have cut down on the lengths of my walks. I used to do 30-minute walks every day, and I want to get back there. But since being sick from the Ozempic, I'm really just trying to get back consistent. And so I'm like, you know what, we're gonna table the 30-minute walks. I want to get there, but I want to make sure that I'm doing this right and that I'm being consistent. So my stamina with Maunjoro has been fine. It's just building back from being sick. What healthy habits have been the most important besides the medication? Sleep, definitely. Eating at least 1 to 2 balanced meals a day. Some days are better than others. And making sure that my spiritual health and mental health also align. What does a typical day of eating and exercise look like for you? Okay, so I get up, I make my bed and listen to my worship music, and then I'll go have breakfast. Breakfast can vary depending upon what we have in the house, if my mom cooks, or if I'm in charge of it. If my mom cooks, it's usually like eggs, turkey bacon, or something like that. If it's on me, it'll be like a protein shake and some oatmeal, or breakfast sandwich with some apple slices or something along those lines. And as far as exercise, I'm trying to stay on a minimum of 3 walk schedule. Some days it's more, sometimes it's less. It just depends. But I'm definitely trying to, at least at the bare minimum, close my exercise and my move rings on my Apple Watch. Advice for others. We're almost done here, people. What do you wish you knew before starting Maunjoro? I wish I would have started it sooner. Truth be told, I wish I would have started that first, because it's much gentler on my body. I don't feel sick when I take it, and things like that. And so, I really wish I would have started with Maunjoro first. And yeah. What advice would you give someone considering it? I would say just try it. Ask your doctor, see what they think, and if it fits with what you're trying to do, then I say go for it. And also, find what works for you. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's body is different. So just kind of know what works, what doesn't work. What misconceptions about Maunjoro would you like to clear up? This is not just about Maunjoro, but with all GLP-1 medication. It is not cheating. It is not a easy way out. It is not. Maunjoro, just like bariatric surgery or any of those things, is a tool. You have to do the work. You have to have the mindset, all those things, and that is where the wholeness comes into play at. So you still have to put in the work. The medication is just a tool to curb your appetite. That's all. Why is it important not to rely on the medicine alone? Because the medication only help you with so much. That's one of the things that I went into my GLP-1 journey blind to. I thought I could just eat whatever, keep the same habits that I had, and it was just going to make me full, and I would just lose, a lot of weight with minimal effort. Not true, not true, not true, not true. The shot is a tool, but the real work is in that kitchen and in your mind. Big time. Looking ahead, what are your goals for the next month? I definitely want to continue to lose weight. Most definitely get consistent with walking, and to cut soda down. I am such a Pepsi addict, and I have to have a can at least a day. With the Ozempic, I did notice that my sugar cravings went down, so I'm really trying to tighten that up. Are there any habits you're working on improving? Sleep and exercise. I have struggled with sleep a lot of my adult life. It is a battle that I am fighting daily. And also just to exercise more and more consistent every single day, even if it's nothing but 10 minutes. And the last question: will you continue sharing weekly updates? Yes, I will continue to update you all on my journey. That is the purpose of the Wholeness Diaries, to take you guys along on my journey with the shot and just me as a person, and all of that good stuff. So if you stuck around, thank you so much. I know this video was long. These Q&As can get a little long, a little lengthy, but it's just that I want you all to know the ins and outs and what has been going on with me with the shots. So always remember to walk in your wholeness, because it looks good on you. Have a blessed night. Love y'all. This has been a Ronika Michelle Wholeness Diary. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Music provided in this video is from YouTube Audio Library and audionautics.com. That's AUDIONAUTIX.com. And remember to walk in your wholeness today.